A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to this collective reading session. Here I'm going to be picking out some strong energies that have been popping up like popcorn in my consciousness, and they are urging me to speak about this subject because this is the world of inner work, and in the world of inner work we focus a lot and we respect our intuition more than anything. We believe that we have an inner reality, we have our own universe, our own Brahmand inside of us. We are independent, emotionally more understanding because of that. And people who do inner work, they have one great quality about them, is that you are a kind of person who likes to take responsibility for your own actions, for your own life, and for your own well-being. The more you do this, the more your psychic abilities and your intuition starts working, leading to a balance in your life, and then you can actually understand a lot of things that people who live in the physical reality and watch only from these two eyes, not from this eye, they cannot understand, they cannot catch those things. So today I'm going to be talking about certain things, and I would be using auto writing, tarot reading, auto writing, and I would be using intuitive reading to share the important things with you. So the first message that has been popping out to me about you is that you stand out and your energy is not the type of energy that can fit in with others. So basically I'm being shown a type of person who is representing the collective. So you have a type of vibration that basically is a very loving vibration. You are connected to the love frequency, to the higher frequency, and you don't like to do things that make you fit in, and this is why your vibration is high, because most people are trying very hard to fit into the society, to fit into the world that they live in, but they cannot become that lovable or likable, because in order to be liked by others and to be able to fit in, you have to actually give up your individuality. People have to give up their individuality. One has to give up their individuality. Only then they can fit in with crowd or they can fit in with other people. But only those people who are not doing this are the ones who have their own inner self-assurance, which you have. And many a times you may have faced a lot of blocks from other people, from your life, and some of the biggest blocks were actually given to you by someone you were in love with, a person you loved a lot, a person you liked a lot, a person with whom you maybe wanted to spend your life with, and maybe you were in multiple relationships like that. Every time you fell in love with someone, you thought that this person is going to understand me or this person is going to accept me as who I am, but none of them were as secure as you were. So they would constantly tell you, do this, don't do this, be this, don't be that. And they also saw this kind of energy in you, the confidence in you, which made them feel a bit scared. Like they were scared because they knew that you can find someone better easily. Although you were not visible to that thought, you were not thinking about those things. Because as much as I'm being shown that you're a high vibrational person, I'm also being shown that you were programmed very heavily, okay? You were programmed very heavily, so this person or all these people who came into your life actually came to awaken you. They came to make you realize that you don't even need these people. Like they obviously did not do it with that intention. They were obviously not thinking those things, but God knows better. Masters and source know what's the right thing for you. So when you were in relationship with those people who wanted you to fit in with them, because they were not courageous enough or bold enough or strong enough to fit in. They wanted you to fit in and be another run-of-the-mill kind of a person. So they tried to bring you down. They tried to pull you down constantly. And this pulling down had happened before also, because even as a child, you were not ready to be like other children, or you were really not like other children. So maybe the elders in your house or the caregivers in your house, they could not actually tap into that energy. They did not have the modalities or the understanding to figure that energy out. So they got a little scared of that energy. They were like, oh my god, like I see a lot of people who are scared of animals. That's because they are not connected to the spirit world. In the spirit world, many creatures, many celestial beings are actually half animals. They have half animal, half divine, half human-like energy. They are very powerful. So a lot of people, when they see the animals or animal kingdom, they get triggered. They go like, oh my god, the snake, the dogs, the cats, they just want them to die. Or their first reaction is they start screaming and shouting. Why? Because they have not understood that energy. Similarly, when you were a child, a lot of people did not understand what type of energy you have because of lack of education, lack of knowledge, and I'm talking about spiritual education over here, lack of mindfulness knowledge, lack of peace. When a person does not have any peace at all and they have a child who has a lot of peace, the child is always quiet, the child is either drawing, doodling, looking at the vicinity, being around nature, being with plants, not making that many friends. The parents start freaking out. They go like, no, you must talk to other people. Your teacher was saying that you don't talk at all in class. Keep staring out of the window. And then these teachers actually recommend such young children to psychiatrists. They should actually recommend these children to a spiritualist. A spiritualist is the therapist, the type of therapist who can actually heal people who have all these psychosis related problems, because sometimes these problems could be happening because the kundalini of the child is awakening. It's not a scary thing, it's just that the child is more aware and conscious, so they will deny a lot of things. Similarly, you have denied a lot of things in your life, but you also are very secure in your skin and very confident in your abilities and beliefs. But there's always been a clash, there's always been a war-like situation. However, maybe you moved on from your family, maybe you started studying elsewhere, you went to a new college. So you moved on, you got programmed, you love your people, of course they love you too. And then you moved on, maybe you went to a new city, you maybe went to a new country, or you had a new job, or you just went a little away. Physically, you were separated from the people who programmed you. When you went away from your home, or when you got separated from the place where you were getting all the programming done, you did not really know what lies ahead of you, okay, or what do you need to heal, because at that time you were still very raw. The programming time frame had gotten completed, okay. Now the next part was to go through the programming and then realize that this is not your program. By practical experience, you would realize that this is not who you are, this is not the template that you're supposed to live through till the end of your life. Because how we are born is important, but at the same time how we die or how we leave, in what energies we leave this particular planet, is also very important, okay. You have a very playful energy, you have a very happy energy, you can enjoy your company for hours basically. But my dear friends, when you went away from your home, or you got separated from the people who had programmed you, your caregivers, who you always love, it's not like you're a revengeful person. Maybe some of you people who are doing inner work. So I'm being shown that you were born with a very high degree of emotional intelligence. You were very understanding as a child, very kind, and you knew how to manage your emotions. You would not actually go to other people. Whenever you had pain, you were able to self-motivate yourself. You were able to self-motivate yourself, and you were, able to be there for yourself. And you would talk to yourself, it would be okay, it would be fine, don't worry, everything will be okay. So your playful energy helped you to forget those experiences that were given to you in your programming. And moment by moment, day by day, things were, moving ahead in another direction. You have obviously seen miracles in your childhood. You feel very strongly that your mystical experiences have actually made you who you are. But then came the part where you attracted people who were coming from all the negative templates, okay, like the narcissistic partners, narcissistic friends, narcissistic boss, all kinds of people. And it's not that you're not likable. You're a very likable person, extremely likable. You have a very beautiful energy. You draw people in. But those people don't have the same energy. So just the way your caregivers were not able to do much, or they were not able to understand how to deal with your energy, these people also started misunderstanding your energy, and they are not even your caregivers. With the caregivers, we have that attitude, okay, I'll forgive this person, or I will move on, or I'll just let it go and it will be fine. After 2 days, 3 days, we'll start talking again. The other people were not like that. Your relationship with them was not that strongly bonded, or they came from another set of caregivers who had trained them or taught them to just punish others. So you basically attracted people who had an opposite polarity based template. Okay, so let me just read out the things that I found from my auto reading notes. First of all, what was given to me about you is that you have a keen sense of observation, and you perceive, like, your perception about social dynamics is very, very accurate. So this is a quality why people would drag you along. But this observation quality has actually become stronger in the past few years. You had actually lost touch with it at one point, and you were not observing certain things. You were in denial of certain things. The connection you have with source and masters, you were ignoring that, or the miracles you had seen as a child, or the same playful ability that you could enjoy your own company. So you kind of moved away from it, and you started hanging out with people just because you did not want to be alone. You did not want to be lonely, you didn't want to be alone, you didn't want to face your fears. So you started engaging in conversation, and you started participating in activities that would make you feel safe, or that would make you feel that someone is there who cares for me. This also happens because we all need to do spiritual inner work, right? We all have to go back to that pure stage or pure state that we were in when we came to this planet. So nowadays, what is increasing in you is your inner self-assurance. You've learned to talk again to yourself in a positive way. And this self-assurance helps you to stand out. Like, maybe you want to do something really cool, like start your own business, which is about puppies. Okay, it is about items that you want to sell for puppies, or you want to make things for animals. Okay, like you want to sell very cool things for animals, and you're very scared that if people are going to buy it or not. You're not doing any business out of the animals, but you're creating products like health related products or lifestyle products or cool accessories for them, and you feel like you should do this because you love animals, you want to do it. This is an example. But there are some people around you, for example, your narcissistic partner or your narcissistic friends, they start making fun of you. They start saying, oh, what a fool you are, you think your business is going to work, and this and that. Now, these people have simply entered your life and your periphery because you have not yet healed, or you have not yet processed all of the emotions, all of the trauma-based emotions, all of the fears that you had while growing up. So they are kind of going to trigger it very badly, and they might have. So that you get into awakening energies, and you're not here to do the kind of jobs that keep you stuck into the system. Or even if you do, you're going to be like an inspirational person. Like, you work in a typical 9 to 5 atmosphere where everybody is very scared, very bored. They don't have any, confidence, self-assurance. But because of your chakra alignment, the work that your inner work that you're doing, you've become so confident that no matter what environment you're in, you know how to blend in very well. You not only know how to blend in well, but you also know how to create a happy environment, and that's why God put you into those situations. So let's say you want to do something unique, and these people start making fun of you, all of your own people, so-called own people. Or you have this big misconception, that people in the outside world are nice, they are trustworthy, they don't betray, they don't backstab, none of those things. So you had to learn all these lessons while hanging out with them and while constantly getting demotivated by them. Like, it happened with me also when I was writing my book. It was still not published. Some of the people who knew me, they literally told me, who do you think you are? You're going to write a book. Who's going to read your book? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why would they be so mean to me? Like, whenever they would do something, I would be the first one to, uplift them. And I was always motivating so many people around me. And I feel same is the problem with you all. Like, you could be motivating a lot of people who don't deserve to be motivated. Because what are they going to do with that energy? They're going to misuse it somewhere. They're going to, feel so puffed up, like such a smart, attractive person like you is motivating them, and they must be thinking, oh, but these people are programmed in a very different way. So they start taking it like a privilege. They start misusing it, which is something you realize when they treat you badly. So the same confidence that you gave to them to shape them, to uplift them, to make them happy, they use that confidence to trouble you. That's when you realize that they don't deserve you, or they don't deserve your love or affection. So slowly and gradually, you have learned, as per this channeling, you have learned how to, first of all, preserve your energy, reserve your energy, and secondly, not give your energy to other people, especially these type of people. And then I think a phase comes when you have actually taken a sabbatical or a break from all these worldly relationships, all these worldly people. You decide to reconnect with your family, or you decide to just go back, because a lot of you people are looking for home. When you go out from your house, when you start doing other things, there also you're looking for home, but you don't know where to find it. But you don't find it in those people, you don't find it in those friends, you don't find it in those relationships. So you feel that maybe if I go back home, if I go back to my hood, if I go back to my people, everything will be nice because that's my home. So you went back. But when you went home, then you started realizing there were so many other problems, or so many problems that you have to deal with, you have to face, and you have to heal. In some of those days and situations, you do feel difficult, okay? You do feel stuck, you do feel difficult, you need someone, you need to talk to someone, you need some hand-holding. And maybe because of that reason, you look for content like this. You're looking for answers all the time. And every day is a new day. Every day comes with a new lesson. You've realized that. So you not only stand out, but you have the ability to live your life moment by moment, step by step, day to day, on a day-to-day basis. But this type of versatility has actually appeared in you because of whatever happened with your own people and even with outsiders. Now I'm being shown that you're actually going back to the skills and talents of your childhood. You are becoming a person that you were as a child. You have realized that the things you did as a child, you love doing, you enjoy doing, are a part of the real you. Your real essence is hidden in those childhood things. But at that point in time, there were some demonic attacks. There were some demonic agents. For example, you really liked going to the park. You loved the swings. But someone pushed you down from the swing. Or someone kind of scared you a lot. Or someone abused you in that place, in the park, when you were in the swing, on the swing. And you still have that memory, or you still have that fear that someone's going to push me down, or someone's going to, treat me badly. This is just an example. Actually, abuse is the thing that is most scary over here. So you stop doing that. You stay at home. You don't go out. You start watching a lot of cartoons or television. Back in those days, the computers and laptops were not there. So you create a safe world for yourself. But when you create a safe place for yourself, you actually are not doing the things that you love. So these are the things that you're going to break now. Even if it's a simple thing. Sometimes it happens, something looks very simple, but actually it works. It's very efficient. It works with a lot of efficiency. And then you realize that, oh my God, it was so simple. Okay. One more thing that I'm being shown, that you're not here to live a regular life. You're not here to do regular things. You're not here to do typical 9-to-5 jobs. You're not here to do typical talks. You're not here to live typical worldly life, 3D life. Do this, do that, get married, fall in love, do graduation at 20, have children by 25, 27. If it's too early, maybe nowadays, everything has started happening in the 30s, like do this, do that. You are basically here to break the rules. You're here to break the boundaries. You're here to show people the path, and you're here to do it all by remaining humble and by remembering that source is actually the doer. And you are here to volunteer. You are here to show to people that you all, everyone, can be secure in their own skin, and they can have a belief system which is based on trust, which is based on truth. truth. So all of these points and all of these words actually showing me that you are really a person with high vibration, but you might have been involved in some kind of addiction patterns, because of which some of the gifts you had got dormant, or maybe some people intentionally stole them away. They tried to misguide you, and when they misguided you, they saw that if I can misguide such an interesting person, see, what a lovely card. It fell on its own, the High Priestess. So you actually have the High Priestess energy, which is a very mystical energy. It's an energy which is connected to the other realms, to other worlds, to other dimensions. This person, whosoever it is, man or woman, doesn't matter, possesses this energy. This is a person who's very strong, their psychic abilities are very strong, their foundation is very strong. So this is a person who is not scared to be themselves, even if other people find it weird. And because of this attitude, other people are definitely going to get inspired by you. Page of Wands. This is your current energy. Page of Wands is actually the card of energy. This card talks about youthful energy, and most importantly, this card talks about new projects. So some of you could be heading a new project, or you would start a dream project of yours very soon. If this has appeared in the channeling, this is not happening by any coincidence. You have been very gung-ho about this project. You really wanted to do this one day. In the present situation, good news is on your way. So let that joyful energy infuse in your system, because I'll tell you why this good news is coming right now to you. Because you have actually surrendered to Masters and Source, and you have stopped focusing on the negative things. Earlier your focus was maybe on things, on like how it will not work, how it will not happen, but now you're totally chill, you're totally relaxed. In your mind you have no worries, no tensions, or every time you worry or you every time think about any worries, you're able to tell yourself, relax, calm down, Source is with me, Masters are with me, my spirit guides, my angels, all of them are helping me. So I just have to observe, because there could be challenges on the way, or there could be something happening every day, but it will eventually be good for me. It will always give me something to learn, something to observe, and something to master. With time, everything happens for a reason, for good. A lot of people complain like, God, you've done this to me, you've done that to me. They're always very upset. They're always upset with God. But if you closely watch your life, if you closely watch all of the terrible things or horrible things you've gone through, everything is a blessing for you right now. Everything. So that is the attitude whosoever I'm channeling is developing. In case you're not yet there, then this is a timeless reading. Maybe you need more therapy. Maybe you need more counseling. Maybe you need to specifically point to certain terrible chapters of your life. You need to sit down with someone and you need to release them. You can do that with me also, because I'm a spiritualist therapist. I don't prescribe any medications or pills, and my therapies are properly customized as per the individual's energy. And I'm going to give all the credit to my masters. I'm going to give all the credit to my masters and Source, and to the whole Ram Darbar, who literally help me achieve these things, help me achieve things for people. Other people also, they've got such difficult problems in their life, but if they are focused, if they are willing to change themselves, and if they are willing to work with me with total feeling of surrender, not question the process, usually those are the people who come back again and again and again. Why? Because they have so much. Some of the people have so much collection. How hoarders hold on to things. Similarly, with people on ascension, they've hoarded on to traumatic events. They're not letting it go. And they don't know how to let it go. So they need someone who can help them to achieve this difficult task. Let's see what more do we need to know from tarot, which will be good for you, which will be good for this channeling session, this collective reading session actually. Oh wow, this also came on its own. See, this is how it popped out. The Lovers. So this seems to be quite a positive channeling with a lot of good news and a lot of learning. Because of the theme, you see, whatever I talked about in the beginning of the channeling, when you bring in all these changes in your life, which is mentioned, which is given to me via auto writing, things are bound to shift and turn into what you never imagined. What you imagined maybe as a child, maybe as a spiritualistic person, you imagine it. But you don't imagine it as a person who's in narcissistic energies or who's going through a lot of pain, who's getting troubled, who's not able to control their emotions, who needs to heal, who needs to work. Then maybe you're not able to think of those things, and it's all about how you think. Trust me. What you focus on grows. Now let me also tell you guys that the first instinct of anybody is to actually see this card as a representative of love or relationship. Always, mostly people look at it like that. But actually love comes in many different forms, and love comes to people through different people, through friends, through family members, through what they do, what they love. When people are completely obsessing about a person, they're very much stuck in a relationship dynamic, then it's difficult for them to actually see certain things which could be actually very good for them. They may be dwelling too much upon the relationship, and they may be thinking that, everybody is getting married, everybody is having children, everybody is having a relationship. Why not me? A lot of people say that, and they write that also in the comment sections. I see that. So that's because you are thinking, or you are in the assumption, or you've been programmed to believe that love only comes via relationships or romantic alliances, which is not true. People who are also romantically very happy are those people who are technically or generally very happy, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So what I want to say to you guys is that this talks about good future. This talks about some kind of confirmation of harmony, balance, and I see this card as the harmony of masculine and feminine, which turns into singularity. So this person, this is how I'm seeing it in this channeling, that this person is actually a combination of these two. When they were separate individuals, they were a male and female. They got completely harmonized. They got illuminated because of the sunlight. They learned a lot of things. They have a very strong focus because of the way this mountain is made. And these two people merge into one, one singular energy. Many a times the lovers that come into your life are basically simply trying to take you to a higher dimension. Some of them may or may not be a lifetime companion, but still because of them, because of how they were acting like a catalyst in your journey, they can actually take you to a singularity kind of feeling or unity consciousness. Okay, so whatever your case is, here I am being shown that good things are coming your way, love is coming your way. And I always tell people that love, the love that you're searching outside and you're looking for it in other people, it's actually within you. And once you connect with it within you, then automatically you start connecting with people in the physical reality also. I mean, when it happens, you don't even get to know. How and when it happens, how and when things change, you don't even get to know. 6 months later, 1 year later, 2 years later, you realize that, oh my God, this thing actually happened. And there was a time when I used to wait for it or want it so badly. But 2 years have passed by and I haven't thought about it. That's because you found it within yourself. Alright. So on this note, I'm going to close this channeling session because my little yin and yangs are getting extremely over playful. So I have to spend a little bit time with them. For readings, for personal sessions, for therapies, this is my email address. But you have to check the details in the description box. If you want to get into counseling or hand-holding sessions that help you to release your childhood wounds, you can do that with me. And I will see you soon in another one. One love, peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.